On today's adventure, I'm spending the next 2 days on a 2,000-mile-long overnight train from Miami to Chicago. It's the Floridian, the newest route from Amtrak, and I'll be spending the next 48 hours in a first-class sleeper car. This is just part of our crazy 10-day trip across the country, and you can find those adventures and much more in other videos. But in this video, we're eating, drinking, sleeping, and even showering on the train ride north. Our adventure today starts in Miami, so hop aboard and let's take a ride. As I stepped on the train, I saw the first miracle of the trip. There are two kinds of sleeping cars you can randomly get, the old blue Viewliner cars or the new red Viewliner IIs, and we got lucky.
We get these newer cars with the red design, the wood paneling all along the sides. And the best part, no toilet seat here.
If you get the blue cars, you get the toilet.
So there is a toilet right there. Where's my bed? Right here. So head on that side, I guess.
On this trip, we're all free and clear.
The roomette is very comfy, very cozy, and it's just a really cool way to travel. They give you some bottled water when you get on. You can always ask for water. And I've never done it, but I think you can ask for like sodas and possibly even snacks as well. Here's a cool thing they've done in this room. They give you a little sink. I feel like years ago when I took the train, there was only one outlet in my room, but this one has two over here and two more on that side right there. When you're on a sleeper train that's a single level, it's cool because you get the extra windows at the top. And right here in the center, you got your little tray. The newer Viewliner cars are so much nicer than the old ones. They just feel less muggy and stuffy. But here's the problem, you don't get to choose. It is given to you.
And that's why I was saying how lucky I got, because this was randomly given to me. And speaking of random, in the cafe car, I met another DMVer, and we shared a bottle of wine and enjoyed the minimum views outside the window on the Florida segment of the trip as we waited for lunch to begin.
This is one of my favorite parts about this train because this is like a new style dining car that I haven't seen before. It's got the double windows, it's got the wood panels, it just looks really cool. And then when you have your meals here, you eat it with other people, so you don't eat by yourself. You're seated in a group, and that's actually a good thing because you get to meet the other passengers. You get to hear some cool stories.
Where else are you gonna have a random dinner with a barefoot water skiing champion?
If you ever take a sleeper car, do not eat your food in your room. Eat it right here.
Between Miami and Chicago, there are 6 meal sessions, and these aren't microwave Amtrak meals. You have a chef on board and a waitress. It's full-service, first-class dining, and it ain't bad. I think the menus might change up a little bit, but there are a few favorites on the train that I really love.
I really love this lunch burger on the Amtrak train. It's my favorite meal on Amtrak. If you ever took the train from Miami to DC or DC to Chicago before, they did not have a dining car like this. They just microwaved your meals and brought it to you. But the best part about the Floridian, the new train, is they've combined the routes, and now you get this awesome dining car experience. And of course, desserts. Ooh, it's warm and mushy.
Lunch and dinner come with dessert, and dinner comes with one complimentary alcoholic beverage. And I was shocked to find out you no longer get a free beer at lunch. Bacon and French toast for breakfast, a burger and chips for lunch, and a high-end steak dinner at night. Now that's luxury.
Fantastic.
Outside of the meal periods, which are awesome because they take up a lot of time, there isn't much to do on the train besides sit around and look out the window. I did a little video editing, but for the most part I was pretty bored, so when the sun went down and there was nothing to do, I decided to take a shower.
Alright y'all, coming to you with the lower quality camera and lower quality audio because we are in the shower. I've been on a few other trains. This is the cleanest shower I've ever seen on a train. Train is shaking like crazy. right, let's try to do this. I would describe this water as not even close to warm, more of, to me, taking some water and kind of like splashing it on myself. The water pressure here, 1 out of 10, maybe even 0. It's basically just some water falling from the sky. It is a removable shower head. Here's what I would say. If you take a shower in the morning, it's gonna wake you up because it is cold. You know what? It's not the worst shower I've ever had. I feel like I'm actually clean and the water pressure was non-existent. I feel like I got all the water off me and all the soap off of me. So, 5 out of 10.
All right, so we got our shower on. Now it's time to use the sink. So it just pops right out here. They've provided us with a little toothbrush. We are all showered up. We've got our nice blanket on here, and we're in our cozy and comfortable roomette. Feeling 1,000,000% right now, and I feel like maybe, just maybe, I'll be able to sleep the whole night. I'll catch up with you guys in the morning when we're heading to DC, and then next after that to Chicago. So, good night. It's 7:30 in the morning. We are back in the dining car for breakfast, and looks like nobody from lunch and dinner yesterday has showed up for breakfast today. Looks like a lot of people are getting it delivered to their rooms, but this dining car is amazing. I love coming here.
Like I said before, you can't beat dining on the tracks, and today the entire dining car belonged to me and my bacon. Halfway through the second day of the trip, everything out the window started to look familiar because we were headed back through Northern Virginia and into Washington, D.C. This is where I'm based out of, and I take a lot of trips on this corridor.
Whew. Washington, D.C.
At this point, I wish I could have just hopped home for a minute, but instead I had to stay on the train, and we continued on into the night through Pittsburgh. The train is a calming presence, and if you ever get the chance, wake up for the sunrise. You won't be disappointed. On the final day of the trip, we slowly headed into the city of Chicago. The Floridian is an amazing new route, better than both of the old routes, and after 2,000 miles and 48 hours on this first-class sleeper, our amazing trip was complete.
We've arrived in Chicago.
Thank you for joining me on the Floridian. Check out all of my other train videos, and I look forward to seeing you on my next Amtrak train adventure.